First of all, we are going to bring up Matt Goloski and Stephanie Fisher for Stephen Linings Kingbook!
Yeah! What up, everyone? I am Stephen Linings.
And I'm Kingbook.
Hey, we are
Stephen Linings Kingbook.
Yeah! Now, ladies and gentlemen, I bet you think this is going to be a little silly-dilly show, but no, this is going to be a scary show. Ooh! Yeah, thank you. That's why I made y'all do that. All right, but this is going to be, we're going to do an improvised Stephen King book that has never been written before.
Never before.
It's all going to take place in a town called Freakyville, USA. So what we need from the audience is the name of a Stephen King book that has never been written before, not a sequel to one that he's already written.
Railway.
All right, and the second suggestion we would need is a location within the town of Freakyville. Bakery.
Railway and bakery.
Railway and bakery.
All right, so Stephen Linings, because everyone pull out your book, put it on the table, don't got a lot of time for this, and open it! Stephen Linings King book presents Railway. It happened about a year ago. Why would you propose to your wife on train tracks? I don't know. Maybe it was just a quizzical thing. Maybe it was a humorous thing. Maybe it was because he was a train conductor that was about to retire. That's what it was, actually. That's what it was. He took Abigail to the train tracks. Midnight was the time! Precisely 12 o'clock! He said that he bent down on one knee. He said, honey, this train tracks is an analogy for our love. The train goes really fast, my heart goes really fast, you get the drift. She teared up! But then, it was heard from a distance. The night train! It came faster and faster than ever before! And the last thing he says was, I love you. And he pushed her away, and it hit him. And now, the train tracks was an analogy for death. Gotta stop coming here. He ain't coming back, Abigail!
Well, that's just your opinion.
Yeah, it's just my opinion. Listen, it ain't safe here, all right? You're with me now, okay? My brother was a great man, okay? I'm a businessman, though. I could take us to the Big Apple, the big city, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, wherever. Not this podunk town, not this town called Freakyville. It's literally called Freakyville. We got old ladies who saw their legs off with saws while knitting like it's all goddamn normal. You gotta stop coming here. You gotta come with me tonight.
No, you know I can't do that, okay? Why do you think I moved here in the first place? This is the best place for a cop to work. Do you know how many interesting stories I've collected in my time?
There's a bunch of stories. Really whacked out stories. We got vampires on a basketball team. We should have werewolves, but we got vampires. They only play at night. The ref doesn't even blow a goddamn whistle. They suck goddamn blood. We got people just levitating like shit's normal. We got people like, oh, it's a beautiful and nice day. I'm levitating and now blood's pouring out of my mouth.
Okay, but what kind of a woman would I be if I just dropped everything, including my career, which includes an open case of someone else getting run over on the railroad tracks? That would be setting women back a lot, wouldn't you say?
It would. You know what type of woman you would be? My woman. Bruce's woman.
Okay, but why can't Bruce's woman and Bruce stay here? That's an idea.
So I don't want to be reminded of this very spot where he was down on one knee, proposing to you, and I already went through this. The train hit him.
Don't you think I know that?
Yeah, I do know that. You're right there. Of course you know that.
Yeah, so it's just as hard for me to be standing here. But you know what?
What?
Life is about overcoming challenges. Even when they hurt, even when they're unpleasant, they're supposed to be unpleasant because it's a challenge, but...
You know what's a challenge? Trying to raise a family in a nice city that's not haunted by werewolves and Satanists who sacrifice goats and then leave it on your porch swing, which you have, ironically.
You know I sit in that porch swing.
I do know you sit in that porch swing, you know? Because you gotta protect the town from all the freaky stuff, right?
Yeah, I like to sit out there with my gun and say move along to people.
Exactly.
It makes me feel superior.
And I like to sit inside watching the TV, watching Gilmore Girls, which takes place somewhere normal. Crazy stuff happens in that show, but nothing like what happens here. Now I got a limo waiting, a stretch limo waiting. I got a job offer in New York City, baby. And you're gonna come in there, and we're gonna eat caviar, lobster rolls, and we're gonna get away from this town.
Listen, I need some time to think about this. This is a pretty big decision. And, you know, I always thought that maybe I'd be like the girls in those romantic comedies that you love so much and just, you know, be swept away by your romantic, spontaneous gesture. But really, I'm not. I'm just concerned with the life that I've built here and leaving all of that behind.
After you built here, after you built this place that 1 year ago, it happened. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. No, it's happening again!
Well, this time I'm not even really sad. They called him the old conductor.
Tickets out!
He had a bit of a maniacal way about him. He also made everyone uncomfortable with his eroticism.
Now the bird take a boost!
Like really uncomfortable with his eroticism. He also did this thing like Freddy Krueger where he says really cheesy one-liners.
Next station! Down in my mouth!
But that didn't stop him from being a menacing conductor of the night train. He mowed people over without showing any signs of remorse.
Get out of the way, you British orphan! Your stop is hell! Yeah!
Anyone who's on this train is just a ghost of someone he's run over before. Doomed forever to be in his company.
Yeah, how you doing, mailman Danny? Yeah, you always thought I was a little stupid kid! But I hit you with my train! There we go. Right, yeah!
Till one day, one of us ghosts decided it was time to get down to the bottom of why this man still operates the night train. What does he get out of it? What is his spirit still doing here?
I knew you'd come.
I am always here. I'm kind of stuck here, if you haven't noticed.
We're all stuck here.
No, but like really.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're tied up, right?
Yeah. You did tie me up.
because I asked you questions that I guess no one's ever asked you, so it's a very sensitive subject.
Well, I'm a pretty scary ass dude, wouldn't you say? Pinstripes, a vest, a non-matching tie. Pretty like, what's he all about? This mysterious night train conductor, huh?
I was wondering that before you pointed out what you're wearing.
Yeah. No one's ever really noticed my attire. They're just like, oh, you're a freaky guy that walks around and makes innuendo jokes all the time, right?
Well, and you also run pretty much everyone over, and they can't see what you're wearing as you do it because you're in the train and they're not in the train.
I get it. I get it.
I'm just saying, you put a lot of effort into it, and then you want to get mad that no one notices, and that's why.
I mean, I have feelings too, you know. I have emotions. Mostly evil emotions bound on revenge.
I noticed.
Yes.
Again, tied up right now.
So if I were to like tell you why I'm doing it, you wouldn't like just interrupt me, right?
Well,
It happens in the 30s. My father.
Did you say the 30s?
30s.
Or the dirties?
30s.
Okay.
30. Don't try to turn it down. 30s. The 30s.
Trying to get it correct
Yes.
in my head. I mean, I asked, and then you made me get tied up before you would answer. So just want to get the facts straight.
Sorry.
So you could continue.
My father, Cornelius Railroad. His wife.
His last name was Rick.
Railroad. It was like ancestor, like, oh yeah, we know what we're gonna do now. And Cornelia Railroad decided to make a railway station. A happy one, you know. Where throughout the Great Depression, people would come in and would find joy in their life, you know.
But they wouldn't have any money to spend, so wouldn't that make them more depressed because they couldn't go anywhere?
Well, it was like a happy train, kinda.
But they literally couldn't afford to ride on it.
I mean, if they, well, when they, like, it was kind of cheap. So, like, let's go to, like, places like Buffalo and stuff and just, like, get these people out of their own personal hell and bring them somewhere a little bit better.
Well, couldn't they just read a book? That's a lot cheaper. I mean, it costs nothing if you already have
Yeah, but it's, like, a depressing era. People want to be around other people on trains, you know. They had tea on the train. That's fun. Tea. I can hit you because you're bounded. Anyway!
I don't enjoy that. Just, I'm sure that's the point.
Anyway, they try to shut it down, you know. Financial problems, you know. And my dad said, go eat a brick! One of these bricks! And so he said, come after me. And they did. And the entire, he burnt everything down. There are no survivors. This time it's in my family. Any questions about that backstory? Any questions, please? I'm here all day.
So you burnt it down?
They burnt it down, you know. He set fire to it because he was like, you ain't taking this from me, Inferno.
But that's really making it not a happy place,
Yeah.
wouldn't you
But
say?
they didn't make it a happy place. He wanted to make it a happy place.
But
But they were like mean and stuff.
He sunk down to their level, to be honest with you.
The moral is he stood his ground. Because he
By
wanted
lighting
to fight.
it on fire.
But yeah, I guess.
I mean, it explains a lot of your behavior.
Don't you want to know who the baby in the carriage was over there? Ask!
There was a baby in the
There's
carriage.
a baby in the carriage over there.
Oh.
Who was it?
You?
Yeah, me! That was me, you know, wearing a little, guess what I was wearing? Guess what I was wearing in my head? Yes, it goes to the backstory so well.
Baby stuff?
No, I was wearing a conductor's hat, a little baby conductor's hat.
How would I have been able to guess that? I would have said a bonnet, maybe. 'Cause you're a
But
baby.
that's how I became the night conductor. You know?
You were a baby?
No! Well, I saw this happen, and so I was like, gotta get revenge. I'll break you down and take everybody out who was responsible for it.
Like, I just delivered your groceries once a week. I don't really understand why I got run over.
It's rage, I guess? Like a rage thing? Where I'm like, everyone must get run over because I'm on just a revenge high?
Is it because I asked for a tip for Christmas?
Maybe. And there's not a lot of money on this train, you know.
Yeah, but like even pizza guys get tipped when they deliver pizza. You know, I deliver groceries, which you can use to make a lot more things than just pizza.
That's a good point.
I know, like if anyone deserves a tip, like I have to go through the grocery. I had to go through the grocery store to pick out everything that you called and ordered.
Yeah.
It's a lot more work.
Okay, here, take this. Just take it. I mean, it's kind of awkward now. Just take it.
Like, I can't lift
It's $5. Just come on,
I
please.
can't lift my arms that high.
And you won't be able to because tonight, the night train will take out the entire town!
That wouldn't affect me in any way if I And I'm also already a ghost.
Well, I mean, after it's done, we can just be friends, I guess. I seem like you're pretty...
You killed me. That means we can't ever be
Of
friends.
course we can!
That's really hard to put behind me.
Oh, boo-hoo!
I mean, you just ended my life.
I mean, like...
I mean, they do say never to mix friendship and money, so I guess I started us off on a bad foot.
There you go. Yeah, I'll let you ride the train.
I'm already on the train riding it. You are like the worst friend.
I don't have many friends because I mainly kill everyone. And my only friends, guess who my only friends were?
Oh God, I don't
Dead
even.
parents said.
No,
My dead parents
I'm
are my
not-
friends.
I'm not saying you're dead parents.
You just said it!
Well, what, do you want like a medal or something? You feel like you're Harry Potter, an orphan and shit? Like,
Maybe
I don't know what you want from me.
A high five, maybe?
I can't live
Yeah,